All right, here is my China turn, the Empire of China, and the round 7 recap. So let's start this off. I've got 3 infantry and 1 artillery for $13. And this is a hot mess, so let's see what I can do here. I'm going to send 1 infantry, 1 artillery from Kwangtung to Zhejiang, and 2 infantry, 1 artillery to Hopei, followed by an infantry from Szechuan and an infantry from Shensi. Yunnan, I'm just going to stay there. I'm not going to fight. And same with Johar. So, all right. So let's do Zhejiang. I got 2 3s and a 2 coming in against a 3. Okay, 1 hit. Okay, his defense. Miss. All right, beautiful. Cool, cool. Just a tracker. Back up to 9. All right, now we've got Hopei. I got 2 3s and 3 2s against the 3. Just need a single hit, and I got 3 of them. Beautiful. Defense, a 3, miss. Okay. All right. So I go back up 1 for Hopei. Okay. All right, that's it. Placing new units. I cannot place in newly taken territories or contested territories. So I will put 1 infantry in Kwangtung. And yeah, 2 infantry. Nope, can't place in Hopei. Just said the rule and I just violated it. 2 infantry and 1 artillery in Shensi. Okay, there you go. So final disposition. I have 2 infantry, 1 artillery in Shensi. I have 1 infantry in Johar, which is contested. In Zhejiang, I have 2 infantry, 1 artillery. Kwangtung, 1 infantry. Yunnan, 2 infantry, which is contested. Hopei, 4 infantry, 1 artillery. He has 2 infantry, 2 artillery in Johar, 1 infantry in Jiangsu, 2 in Hainan, and 1 in Yunnan. And the tracker looks like this. Let me double check the map. I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be at 10, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I'm at 10. And he is at 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3. Okay. He's at 3. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't see where he's got a 4th. So, okay. So I will have 10 going into the next round. Cool. All right. Now let's do the recap. This, again, was I feel like a big posturing turn. There was a lot of moves here that are gearing up for the final stage of this game. Western Front primarily is where I feel like the biggest things are happening. At the start of this turn, Germany had control of Lorraine, Alsace, and still has control of Rhine province, and 3 decently sized armies, probably the biggest one in Lorraine. And he cleared out the puny little British force that was in there. Decided not to go into Belgium because Belgium was contested, I believe, I can't remember. Contested at the beginning of this round. Yeah, it was. Then France cleaned out the Germans, took the trench works, and pretty much the writing's on the wall. The Allies have Belgium right now. The British can just keep bridging units across into Belgium. So the French moved more forces up to Picardy, moved forces up to Burgundy, built a fighter finally. So the Allies are pushing hard in the Western Front. Britain yet again contested Lorraine with its forces it had in Belgium at the start of the round. And then later on, the Americans contested Alsace. So the Germans cannot move these forces to attack any other territories right now before they clear these units out. So he could back these units up to Alsace. That's pretty much all he could do. I mean, if he wanted to consolidate armies, I'm saying. So that's what's going on there. Germany built lots of ground units. I don't have his Zeppelins on the board, but they're there. Built lots of ground units here, but is also pushing very hard on the Russian front. And it looks very much like he's going for a late game Russian Revolution point, trying to flip Russia at the very end. It seems like that's what his hopes are. Right now he's got the Black Sea point because he controls both ports in the Black Sea, and there are no enemy ships in there. So that's that. Germany got a massive army, as well as Austria-Hungary funneling units this way into the south of Russia. He's got cavalry backing him up, and he's got 6 fighters in the Red Baron over here. So overwhelming air superiority. Yeah. So the Russians built a transport over here, which is pretty screwy. It's like bridge units across into here, and he did not take the bait. That's pretty funny. You can see there's actually a Japanese unit here, because the Japanese have landed over here and started funneling units this way, sensing the revolution might be coming. So we'll see what happens with that. It's kind of a cool little sideshow. Getting back over here, though, the British built more ground units, another fighter, and there's funneled more units into Belgium. So the Americans landed in Provence instead of putting more into Belgium. Built more units up this way, sent some transports that were in 20 back to Canada and moved units up. They are also sending units over into the Far East too. So they're doing the little the little transport chuck from 67 back to 69 every turn, and funneling units that way as well. So cool stuff. Americans land some more units here, 3 transports worth, another transport here, 5 transports here, landed in the south of Italy. So intentions are still unknown at this point what the Americans' plan is here in the Mediterranean. I don't even know. So we'll see. Huge Allied naval presence here, overwhelming, convoying the Ottomans. The Austro-Hungarians just building tons of ground force, got very lucky with the trench works that they placed in Greece. So they're really trying to hold on to the Balkans point, because Greece is the easiest point to hit for the Allies in terms of trying to stop the Balkans point. If I were to try and go for anything else, like Albania, Serbia, Bulgaria, any of those, I'd have to break through this, which he has improved naval mines first. So it'd be a lot trickier. And then once you land, are you going to get contested or not? Or are you going to be able to move? So that's the question as well. So what else? French just did some transport shuffling. British, same thing. The British contested southern Anatolia, and the Ottomans did not take it back. So we'll see. Maybe the Austro-Hungarians will. The British also took contested northern Anatolia, I believe, or took it. I can't remember. And the Ottomans got totally diced on the battle and did not take it. Did not do very much damage. So that happened there. The British railed units into Armenia, brought over on transports more units to Mesopotamia. So they're just swarming the Ottomans right now. Landed the units from Arabia, moved into Hejaz. It's just the Ottomans are getting swarmed right now. I do not envy Muskow's position right now in Turkey, the Ottoman Empire. It's craziness. He did do a very bold move here. He took the whole massive force in Palestine with air supremacy. So he had 11 artillery rolling at 4s, and he attacked Egypt. So he whittled down my force a great bit with Britain, but he left Palestine open for the Italians to come in and take. He's got Egypt contested, so I can't build out of this complex, but he also lost a chunk of his force too, pretty much almost all his infantry. So yeah, it was kind of a 50-50 battle, huge battle. I can't build out of there now, can't move directly into Palestine unless I have transports, and the Suez is blocked, so I cannot get through here now. So actually, this is a fix we caught in our video. This Italian transport is supposed to be in 36, dropping off the units here, not in 31, because the Suez was closed, so I couldn't get through there. British still trying to funnel units up into Egypt. Nigeria is still contested. That one last German is sticking around, trying to knock him out. So try and do it this turn. We'll see. What else happens? Yeah, the Russians, getting back to the Russians, they're just trying to hold the line. Looks like the Central Powers are trying to throw everything at them while just trying to keep this at bay and the Balkans at bay. It seems like that's what's going on. The Ottomans are doing what they can. I think Austria-Hungary is going to have to help them significantly. So we'll see. The Eastern Front is going to be very interesting to see what happens this round. I think this is going to be a huge round for positioning. Western Front, I think he's just in damage control at this point. So we'll see. Yeah, Italy, nothing remarkable to say about Italy. Italy just does Italy stuff. Builds, standard infantry, artillery a turn. Sends them up to Veneto. Basically just got your standoff right here. Nothing developing really there. Just an arms race. And yeah, and you just saw China. So right now the Allies still technically have the China point. It's kind of a mess here. He's probably going to take Johar next. He'll move these guys probably in here next, because I'm assuming he'll go first. I think he's been going first more as China overall, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, so that's where things are looking right now. Let's go look at the tracker. Ouch, that hurt. Allies have the Western Front point and the favorable trade point. Let me make sure on the Western Front. They don't control Lorraine. Oh yeah. So Germany only has Rhine province right now, technically, because Alsace is contested, Lorraine's contested, so nobody has those. The Allies have Belgium, Picardy, and Burgundy. So they have 3. The Central Powers have 1. So the Allies have the Western Front. They have favorable trade. No one has the Mediterranean. The Balkans is in Central Power control, as well as the Black Sea. Suez, nobody has. Middle East, nobody has. Actually, no, technically I have the Middle East. Yes, because Caucasus, for now I do. Caucasus, Mesopotamia, Persia, and Arabia. Technically, the Allies do have it. I don't anticipate holding that, but just for the sake of illustrating. So the Allies have Middle East oil. They've got Africa. Finally got Pacific colonies. Forgot to mention, the Japanese took out Qingdao with overwhelming force. So finally got that point. China point, as we mentioned. Russian Revolution for now. Don't anticipate holding that. The Empire point. Just barely have it at 86. 85, as you can see in red, is the Empire point. This got moved somewhere. I don't know where the Central Powers are. It is 36 plus 39. Let's see if I can do math this early in the morning. 45, 75. They should be at 75. So they're about 10 behind. So I don't know. They might be able to make it up on the Eastern Front, but we'll see. So the Allies have that barely. Central Powers have Belgrade, the victory city of Belgrade. They have Sofia, and both sides have the minor cities point. So the score as of round 7 looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Central Powers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Allies. 9-5 Allies. So, but if the Russia point falls, that's a swing of 2 right there. China could still go either way. It depends on the rolls, who wins the roll-offs. Western Front, it seems like it's going to stay in Allied hands, but we'll see. He could get the Empire point back. Middle East, I don't think the Allies will hold. So we'll see. This can change a lot. As you can see, just from 2 rounds ago, I was getting completely smashed by the Central Powers score-wise, and now it's flipped. So this late in the game, so many points can change hands, and it's just, I love this game. It's so exciting. I'll always say this. You'll think a game that only has 1 round of combat in each battle would be super boring and slow. And as you can see, if you've been watching this series, it is not boring and slow. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy. So, all right, cool. We are on into round 8, and Muskow said he has already filmed his Austria-Hungary turn. Can't wait to see it. And let's get rolling.